What's going on, guys? It is November 6th on this very warm November morning. It's about 58, 60 degrees out already. We've had nothing but rain the last 3 or 4 days. Seen a lot of deer on the way here, but not sure if we're gonna see anything in the stand this morning. We've had a lot of nice bucks around this area, but I haven't had any luck seeing them. It's always been my dad. It was election night last night, so I'm feeling pretty good, and hopefully we can whack a buck or maybe even a doe this morning. We'll see how it goes. I'm not too heartbroken over that. I was gonna shoot him. He wasn't a giant or nothing, but he was a stud buck. He's the biggest buck I've seen so far. He came from the ditch downwind of me. But, I showered, I'm scent free as much as possible, and there's not much of a wind right now. And you could tell he was like coming in pretty spookish. I knew grunting at him would probably spook him, and once I start wheezing at him, he jetted. I was about to have a shot. I don't know if he saw like something move, because I was gonna have a 25-yard shot at him, and at the last second, he stopped, and then went kind of back west and started walking. I was about to shoot him. I had a shot. Unfortunately, my camera's kind of wonky, and the further I go back, my camera's like this. So I was like, man, this is not going to be great footage. But man, dude, what a beautiful buck. What a beautiful buck. He must have caught my wind or something. He knew something wasn't right. It's the first deer I've seen come from the ditch. That was awesome. I'm kind of sad and kind of happy at the same time, because I know there's bigger bucks out here. I think that was just an 8-pointer. He may have been the 9. I don't know. He wasn't huge, but he would have been the biggest buck I ever shot with my bow. If it was gun season, that buck would have died. Oh man, that was awesome. I grunt and rattled a little bit ago, but he seemed pretty spookish coming in. I had him at 40, but I didn't want to take that shot because I know there's a lot of little branches everywhere. Man, he came right there. I could have shot him right there, but I'm like, I'm only going to shoot him if he comes right in, and he almost did. How cool was that? How cool was that? Sorry if the footage is a little shaky, because I was like, oh my god, a buck. I did not expect to see that today. We almost walked out of here with a buck today. Once again, always coming downwind of this tree stand. I feel like it don't matter what wind I have, the bucks always come downwind of wherever I'm at, every single time. What a beautiful buck. Man. Oh well. I know there's a lot bigger bucks out here, but when I start getting into November, I usually don't get real picky. It was close. It almost happened.
Oh, that sucks. I'm pretty sure you can hear that noise in the background. If you can't, it sounds like, and it's not even 8 a.m., which I guess it is 9 o'clock here, so I guess they did give me a little time, but it sounds like a tractor. I thought it was a combine. I thought they were going to be cutting the corn, and maybe they are going to cut some. I know they do have some corn over here, I think. I don't know, but I think they're cutting the fire lanes down. The fire lanes have like 4 feet of grass. I think that's what he's doing. I'm assuming that's a DNR tractor. Not sure how much this is going to affect our hunt, but I don't think deer are going to come this way hearing that. I don't know. We'll see. We may get down. Sounds like he's driving away, so I don't know what he's doing. Maybe they are cutting something over there. A lot of times they leave the corn up for the deer. They don't cut the corn. They leave that corn up for a long time. But Sounds like he's going away. Maybe he is cutting something. I don't know. We'll sit. We'll wait for a bit. Now we'll get down. I got some areas I wanted to look at today. But I may hunt my climber tonight in an area where I saw a giant buck run across the road last week to public land, and I know exactly where he was going. It doesn't really mean much when you see a buck running at night going into a set of woods, but I know there's big bucks back there. A lot of people don't hunt there, but because it's by a gun range. But a lot of guys bird hunt over there, and people run their dogs, and that's why it's like a catch-22 type of deal. But we're gonna grab my trail camera. I put my trail camera on the south end by a ditch, and it ain't got nothing worth going over there. I'm surprised I didn't see any does. That's what I'm really surprised. I'm surprised I haven't seen any does come over here. That was awesome seeing that buck, but I'm really surprised I haven't seen any does. It's not too cold, but well, just wait it out. What's going on? It's about 2:40. Got in the stand a little late. I was putting trail cameras up in random places. This morning we had a stud 8-pointer come by us, and he was literally like 5 yards from dying. But we're set up right now in my climber on a big ridge. I'm really not that far from the road. I got a gun range right here, about 150 yards. But I can actually see the road where I saw an absolute giant. I saw an absolute giant cross the road over here about 5-6 days ago. And right here, there's a sandy fire lane right there. And I saw literally maybe the biggest deer print I've ever seen. And they were really fresh, of a huge doe and a massive buck print. Just going right there. So I know they're moving through here sometime. I haven't really been over here too much. I just found a tree. I had my trail camera right there. I put a mock scrape. We're just gonna sit here this evening and see what happens. I know it's kind of close to the road. It's close to the parking lot. It's close to that heavily used fire lane. But deer don't think like that. And I think this is a really great travel route because right in front of me are cut lanes where bucks love rubbing. And I have a feeling they go back and forth from this road and use this ridge and travel because it's really thick in here. You couldn't hunt here on the ground, but there's some really good trails right here. But they could only move through here at night. Who knows? We're gonna sit tight. Hopefully we see something. Sorry I couldn't get that on video. I just shut it off. She just ran under my tree stand. She was just a little fawn. Oh, she's running back. What is she doing? She's a little thing. It didn't look like a button buck, so Mama's got to be nearby, unless she's in heat. She's just running all over. Maybe she's playing or something. If she's around here, Mama's got to be around here. Hopefully some dudes aren't walking around over there. Buck, buck.
I'm so sorry. I don't know if you got that. He walked right underneath my stand, and I only had a shot right there. It was a really weird shot. It was. My arrow was sticking out a lot. I don't feel good about that. He came behind me, and I thought he was gonna go right here and get me a perfect shot, but he turned and walked like right under my stand. It didn't look like a good hit. Man. Oh, just get down and go look where I saw him run. Well, welcome back. It's November 7th. We're in the same climber we were yesterday where I shot that 8-pointer. Everything that could go right that day went right, and then everything that could go wrong went wrong. I saw a big buck come in here, and I set up, did everything perfect. First evening, I had a big 8-pointer come behind me. I took the shot. When I shot, I had no penetration, and at 9 yards, that shouldn't happen. I only penetrated, I think I had like 8 or 9 inches and on my arrow, which is crazy at 9 yards. It also shot high. We're back in here today. I talked to a few people that track deer, and what I could tell from the shot, we both agreed that it was a high, and I only hit muscle. I didn't hit any vitals because there was a lot of blood, but he never bed. I didn't find bubbles on the arrow. He went 500, 600, 700 yards, and I never jumped him. I think I hit high, hit muscle, and he'll be hurting for a while, but he'll live. I hope I see him again. He's a stud 8-pointer. I was really depressed about that yesterday, but I got to hunt on. So we're probably going to hunt this stand this morning and the evening. It's a really nice spot. No one's really over here. And it's an absolutely great travel route. As you could tell, that 8-pointer came right behind me, just walking the ridge. And there's about 3 trails that meet up right at this tree stand. And it kind of sucks. I don't like being on top of all these, but there's no other tree to go to where I can be high and have cover. So hopefully I can redeem myself today. There's a buck right there. I'm not even set up. There's a buck right there. I don't even have my camera. He's right there. He's downwind of me.
What's he staring at? It's north wind. He's east of me. There's no way he can smell me. I'm shocked he didn't smell me when he walked in front of me. Oh no, he's gonna get me.
was pretty funny. That kind of taught me a lesson. I can't sit down in the stand. When they get on you quick. He came north of me. He never smelled me. He was under my tree stand for 5 minutes. I finally moved a little bit and he looked right up at me. He didn't spook though. He kind of walked and then walked down the ridge. It's so quiet and yet I barely heard him walk until he was right there. If that was a big buck, I don't think I could have got it on camera. That was a deer. Was there a deer downwind of me and got me? I heard a deer run. Unless I can hear right and that was him. This spot's hot. The deer are traveling through here. Seems like this is like a buck travel route. The bucks are traveling here a lot. Gonna have to stand up. I can't afford to sit down. They sneak up on you. Hopefully a big buck comes by.